7 Republican senators have just come back from a trip to the southern border. We went to once again see firsthand the crisis at the border. It's a crisis, a humanitarian crisis. It's a crisis of our national security, and there's a crime crisis as well. We also went to thank the border agents who are there every day doing their job when the president is quick to criticize them for doing the job that they were hired to do to protect our nation. When it comes to the southern border, Joe Biden is missing in action. We went on midnight patrol with the border agents, and we came upon group after group after group of illegal immigrants coming into the country. Most heartbreaking were 2 little 7-year-old girls. In this larger group of others, they were unaccompanied by adults. They were not related to one another, and they were afraid. All they had with them was the clothing on their back and a little plastic bag, and in the bag were names and addresses of contacts in New York. And what we found nearby were little bracelets that they'd been told to remove, and the bracelets are paper bracelets, and they identify the cartels and the amount of money that was paid to transport them to the United States, where they would be delivered and dumped at the United States border unaccompanied. That's what we ran across. And that's what border agents are coming across night after night, day after day, in overwhelming numbers, huge numbers. You talk to the border agents and you say, why is this so much worse than it was before? And as they say, it's the policy of catch and release that all these people coming to the country illegally say is the invitation from Joe Biden to come, and they will never, ever have to leave. 3 million so far in the Biden administration, about 1 million gotaways, people that have vanished into the fabric of America. And it's not just the number of individuals who are coming here. It is also the drugs that many are bringing with them. How much drugs? Well, the border agents have seized record amounts, but yet lots still get through, to the point that today in America, the #1 cause of death of adults, the #1 cause of adults under the age of 45 in America, it's not COVID. Oh, no, it's drugs, illegal drugs. Fentanyl, so much of it brought into the United States from the southern border, 100,000 in the last year. And the money from all of these drugs, what happens to that? Well, it fuels the crime, the gangs. How much money? Well, the border agent said the profit for the cartels from this dealing, the amount they make in a week is more than the budget of the Border Patrol for a year. It's a very profitable business. Now, Joe Biden hasn't been to the border since 2008, and that was just a drive-by. It's time for him to go to the border, to see the carnage that he has brought onto our nation. It's time for him to go to the border and listen to the Border Patrol agents and learn firsthand what they can tell him and how they can solve the problem. And he needs to take those actions. But Joe Biden's never going to go to the border, not ever, because he knows if he goes, the national press will follow him. And then you will report to the nation what you're seeing. And he won't be able to hide any longer from the death and destruction that his dereliction of duty has brought to this nation.